Welcome. Welcome, everybody. John Zager. How is everyone? Hope you're having a good day. JohnZager.com. Has everybody been going to that website, JohnZager.com? We're trying to build a community there with a lot of different people asking a lot of different questions, both to me and to each other, about neuroscience kind of things and how life is going as a result of the pandemic and all of the rioting and disturbances that are happening in our country and the world. But at any rate, please go there and check it out, johnsager.com. Catch up time. I'm going to try to make this short. I'm going to try to go quickly. I'm out at the lake where the house is, and I don't know how to show you the lake. I come out here quite a bit. A lot of the time in the evening. It's really nice, but mornings are also nice. Now, there's road here, and this is where, there's some new development and stuff. I hope we don't get a lot of traffic. If we do, I may have to roll up windows and make some noise for a little bit. But so things went not well for me for a little while, and I lost my AT&T account because I didn't have money to pay it. And I think I wrote a note, a comment, and I put it on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. And then 2 days later, I went back and had to retract it because synchronicities started happening. And out of the sky blue, I came into not a lot of money, just a very small amount of money that was enough to start paying back my AT&T account. So I'm just a little bit short of having it completely paid off, but they've given me until October 9th to complete that last payment, which is like $76. I had to pay 4 of those, and by the grace of God, I got 3 of them. The money just happened. I don't know why. Synchronicities, they call that. So at any rate, I'm back up. I started doing the last 2 days of blogs, and please read those. jzager.blogspot.com. And I put them on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram and Twitter, and like I normally do, they're everywhere. They're good. You guys ought to read them. So yesterday, I've been up early. I'm already back from the gym, and I have my morning McDonald's iced tea with extra ice and lemon. My gosh, is that refreshing! But so yesterday was an unexpected day, and I'm feeling like today's going to be a duplicate of yesterday. We all have intentions that we put out there into the universe, and we come up with energy that eventually produces frequencies. And the frequencies are the things we're seeking, and it goes out into the universe, attracts to a similar or like kind frequency, and comes back and is returned to us, right? Pretty simple. Yesterday that happened, but in a lot of different ways. I'm going to give you just 3 or 4 of probably a dozen things that happened to me yesterday. And one was my truck insurance, right? was also not paid during a portion of the pandemic. And the insurance company, of course, gave a grace period to everybody with that insurance company as a result of the pandemic, and we all got behind. So I was given a notice that I had lost my insurance as of July 1st because the insurance company said, um, we're back to normal. I don't know why you guys aren't back to normal, which is stupid, right? And so yesterday, I get a call from the insurance company lady in town, and she says, John, what can we work out with you to make sure you maintain your insurance? And I said, I don't have any money. I mean, the amount is far in excess of what I have, and I'm struggling to get everything put together. And unbeknownst to me, she gave me an amount that would bring me current that was a small fraction of what it originally was, dramatically. And I said, are you sure about that? And she said, yeah. And I says, well, I have that amount of money. Can I come down right now and pay and become current? And she said, of course you can. So I went on over there and I paid this ridiculously minute amount of money compared to what it had been given to me. And I'm current. I have no idea why the number changed or anything like that. I'm kind of suspicious and thinking, do you want to go back and double check that? Because I don't want to pay you this and feel like I'm okay now, and then out of the sky blue it ends up going back to some huge number that it was stated to me before. So that's one thing that happened. Another thing that happened was I go and I get a lunch, which is a full meal. You know, it's a piece of chicken and a couple sides and a roll and that kind of thing for like, I don't know, $3.50 or some stupid thing like that. And I get a drink, which is, you know, whatever. And so I go in yesterday thinking, you know, that's my one meal a day that I eat. And I went in there yesterday to get my meal. And the lady, of course, they kind of have gotten to know me. So they're very friendly, and that's nice. I mean, not a lot of people really seem that nice anymore. Everybody's kind of short and on edge for various reasons going on. And I didn't have to pay the $3.50. Now to you guys, you're going to say, "Oh, John, it's $3.50." Well, $3.50 is different for you, that's different for me, that's different from the guy across over here on the lake. That was a big deal to me. That was a really, really big deal. Another thing that happened, a third thing, this again may not make any sense to you and does not compute, but it's the universe talking to me. And there was a dozen things that happened yesterday. I lift weights, right? And I'll just tell you the scenario, even though it may not represent anything to you. So I lift around 315 pounds, you know, and I'm kind of working towards 405, but you have to work out at a lower weight, which for me is 2.25, and I try to do 5 sets of 5. to build up strength and stuff. And I sit down at the bench yesterday doing less warm-up than I normally do. I mean, just practically nothing. And I'm doing double that. And it feels like nothing. Feels like nothing. And I ran into a guy that I know over there, not real well, but he lifts as well, and he's kind of in the same category, a little younger. And so he and I made a agreement that next week we're going to pursue our goals in bench press and try to lift heavy. But the point is that I doubled my workout, right? So I kind of went from 5 sets of 5 at 2 1/4 to 10 sets, 10 sets of 10 at 2 1/4. Somebody pulled in behind me, and I'm hoping I don't have to talk to them since I'm doing this. I'm going to move down just a little bit so that we're not disturbed and I can finish my podcast. I mean my YouTube. So things like that started happening all day long. I mean, things like that just started happening. And the day just got better and better and better and better. And all of these synchronicities started happening. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful day. And so it ended that way just as it started. And this morning I got up and there's kind of a continuation of things. So I started thinking, what am I doing differently? What am I doing differently? And a couple things that I came up with was, I'm not resisting the universe, right? I'm not trying to force my way with the universe. I'm not trying to say, I really want this. I need this. I mean, I haven't received, this is kind of silly, but I haven't received a house and enough money to maintain a house, let alone buy a house. I mean, that's kind of funny, and that's not going to happen probably. But what happens is that you meet someone who knows someone who has an opportunity for you that eventually develops into something maybe good for you that's different than living in your truck. And maybe you end up with a house and it has a bedroom and a bathroom and a kitchen and all that good stuff. And there's actually money in your account where you can support that. Well, at any rate, it's not what you want. It's who you are. I heard it phrased another way a couple days ago. It's what you desire that manifests. It's what you desire. It's who you are. It's not what you want. Like I want, I don't know, a 911 Porsche. Well, that's probably not the way to get a 911 Porsche. But if the 911 Porsche represents who you are, and it's a desire to be that personality, right? Then now the likelihood of the universe returning that desire of who you want to be may come back in terms of, a 911 Porsche. So that's kind of the long and the short of what's changing for me. Here's the second thing that I noticed in, trying to process and figure out why things are getting better. Why things are getting better. The second thing that I came up with was not only not resisting, not trying to direct the show, right, but accepting where I am. It may not be in the best of best places, but accepting with where I am and being grateful and thankful for what I do have, no matter how small it may seem. Um, Having that sense of gratitude and that kind of thing. The third thing I came up with was this is a longer story, but I'll just give you the bottom line to it. Some things happened to me that may not be viewed as very compassionate, kind and friendly and caring and giving and that sort of thing. And it made me sort of angry that that occurred. And in the past, I would, rationalize this, that, or the other kind of behavior. And I didn't, I just said, enough is enough. And I changed how I would deal with the situation. I changed how I would normally deal with the situation. Here's a weird example, which you may get and you may not. Just because you're a nice person doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean you're going to end up with all of your wishes and desires, needs and wants. It may mean just the opposite of that. Being that nice, sweet person, and of course, the universe wants you to be compassionate and loving and that sort of thing. But being that nice, sweet person all the time isn't always a good thing. And sometimes you need to say, hey, that's not me. That's not me in this particular situation. It's not me. And I need to act in a different way. So what I've been doing is how I normally would act, which is trying to be a good guy. I've been doing the opposite sometimes, not being a bad guy, but just taking a different or alternative approach to things that are unpleasant to me. So I've kind of changed that sort of thing. The synchronicities, I don't know why they just all of a sudden started happening, but they did. And I don't know. I think the sun is definitely got this picture not very good. Let me turn up here a little bit further and see if I can help that picture. Working out of your truck in the morning. Let's see if I can get the light to switch around a little bit. Yeah, this looks better here, huh? Not better, not great, but better. We'll do this for a couple minutes and I'll be done anyway. So the synchronicities are happening. And I think it's a long process that has to do with just work I've been doing, trying to change, trying to do things. Acceptance of certain things, There's certain things I'm just not going to do, for the sake of trying to survive. Changing matter doesn't work unless you have, a couple lifetimes for it to give it enough time to happen. The quantum model really talks about what I do, and it's a lot faster. It's a lot harder learning how to not have the negative stuff in your thoughts. I mean, if you put the smallest amount of negative thought into anything, you just killed the possibility of it manifesting. So I am happy with where I am right now, and I'm going to continue to keep working this program. I mean, I guess I call it a program that I'm working, that I've kind of made up from bits and pieces of various other programs, and it's finally starting to work. You know, I'm anxious and excited, and I anticipate that I'm not going to be in my truck forever, and that life will get even more exciting, and I don't know, maybe the income will get better as well. Another thing that came up, one more thought that came up, and again, there's a lot of them, and I don't remember them all, but out of the sky blue, I mean, a dream job. Again, my background has to do with, I don't know, 43 plus years of clinical psychology and neuroscience, right? That's kind of what I've done, and blah, blah, blah. But so anyway, there's all these jobs out there that are just Monday box store jobs, which I don't even know why people would want to even consider them. But a job just showed up yesterday. Now, I haven't heard back from them today, early stages, but it would be a dream job for me with my background. It would be a dream job. And it would produce an income that would be substantial. And it would give me control, because, you know, I'm not any longer able to be an employee. I haven't been able to be an employee probably for 15 years. My whole life has been treating people, and how do you put it without sounding weird? I'm real good at taking care of situations, right? So that's the type of direction I need to go when it comes down to finding work. I can't work for anybody. I would not work for anybody, because I'd be a terrible employee. Anyway, I got going on too long, and my apologies for that. Oh, one other synchronicity. My YouTube, which is what I'm on now, here I'm at 23 minutes. Boy, I got carried away. It broke down several days ago, even before I lost my phone account, right? It just broke. I don't know. They updated something, and I was unable to do YouTube videos any longer. Yesterday, another synchronicity, you guys. You've got to believe in this concept. Out of the sky blue, I did something different. I mean, I know what I did on my phone after going to various stores where there's techie people that might be able to figure the reason out. None of them could. And I got fidgeting around, and I did this one thing to my phone, and bingo, YouTube videos were back online. I don't know, you guys. It's a big world out there. It's a bigger universe. And I believe right now the universe is working very, very hard to get me all the things that I desire. God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and I'll look forward to talking to you again all real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.